Hey students, one of the things that I want to make sure we cover is the proper method for foil weaving. Now, there's a lot with this. Some of them is by choice. When you do a foil weave, you're going to need some foils. And we're just going to do it with conditioner. Usually when I teach my students foil weaving, and I highly recommend this for yourself to learn it, dry hair first time with water. If the foil gets too wet, the hair is going to slip off. So your application with water is, I make them do, normally we do a whole head with water. And then afterwards, what they're learning from that is procedure. How do I place it? How do I weave it? How do I fold it? Then afterwards, we do it with conditioner. It gets a lot simpler. They've gotten the procedure down. After the conditioner, then we do it again with gel. They have to blow dry the hair, make it dry again, because you really should, when you're going to highlight, you really should be done on dry hair. If the hair needs to be wet, that hair is pretty damaged to be lightening it. So you got that's called a water fill, so you have to be careful about that. But normally when we do it, I do it first time with water, take all the foils out, shampoo it, blow dry it, get it cleaned up. Next time with with conditioner, and then the third time with gel. And then you should be sufficient in your application. There's going to be certain things that we're looking for a good foil weave. First of all, you're going to need foils. Now, I've seen it so many times. People get this and they get the scissors and they're trying to cut it. When in reality, all you have to do is take your foils, find a good corner. I'm trying to find a good corner here. I probably don't have one right here to show you, but just a corner of a table. I'm just going to use my rule about here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but bring it down. I've got my two pieces. Slice it down. Tear a little bit, lay it down, and then slice it into the tear or into the fold. It'll slice real easy. If you want it smaller, do it again. So it's important. I mean, this hair's a little bit longer, so I'm going to do mine just a little bit longer. I've just got my conditioner right here. I'm going to try and keep organized. What happens when I have to twist around, and these are excuses, maybe I should put it over in front of it. Let me put this over in front of it. So when I'm teaching this, it makes it a little bit harder because I will always tell you, students, you need to stand exactly in front of what you're doing. But if I do this, you can't see it. So I have to do it slightly cockeyed so that you can see what I'm doing. The thing about foil weaving, there's a ton of ways to do it. Your time is money in this industry. How much time you spend on it is where it's going to start costing you for what you're charging. So there will be some people that will tell you to comb it down, and it's not wrong, okay? This is preference. This is all preference. So you'll comb it down, you'll get the section out, you'll comb the section out, then you'll get another small section out, and then you comb that down. Then you take that section and then you bounce across. Okay? That's not wrong. That creates a foil weave. But it takes time. And if you're going to be combing all of this stuff, separating, and then bouncing, the bouncing is good. But let's say that you just want to get her done. Let's just get her done, you guys. We're here at the vertex. It's where the head leaves the comb right there. See it? Okay. So we're just going to hold the hair down. We're going to take it. Now, you don't do this. Don't be moving your wrist. Put a block right there on your wrist so you can't move it. The more you save your wrist, the less likely carpal tunnel. Remember, I've been doing this for 53 years, no carpal tunnel. So there's methods that you use to save yourself. You want to bring it straight down. I already know where I need to be. I can just kind of eyeball it. I'm going to take my weaving comb. It's got a metal end to it. You can do it with a rat tail comb, but you really should use a weaving comb because it's a finer edge. I'm going to take it, I'm going to hold it perfectly horizontal. I'm not doing any of this, all right? I'm not bouncing. Bouncing is good, though, I will say. I mean, if I were to use another method, the bouncing would be it, but I wouldn't be taking all those different sections. I'd do one section and get her done. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a small section, small circle, insert the weaving comb, and lift it out a bit. Move the weaving comb a bit, insert it, lift it out a bit. Move it, insert it, lift it out a bit. There. 3 notches, hair goes down. I'm going to hold it. I've also seen where they take the foils and they pre-fold them. You don't need to do that therapy work. You take the foil, take your comb, let the hair do the therapy work for you. I'm holding it tight enough that the comb is going nowhere. Take the comb out, set it down. You're going to dip your brush in. Don't worry about taking a picture of that, cameraman. Dip your brush in, and you want to wipe one side. It's called clean side, dirty side. It keeps it from dripping. So when you bring it over in this form, then you're going to place it about 1/4 inch away from the ends, and then you're going to attach. Now you're going to have your hand lay flat on the bottom of it. It's attached. It's not going anywhere right now. So I'm going to pick it up a bit. Be very gentle. Again, I just re-dipped, clean, dirty. And if the hair is too long where it comes out a bit, just do a number 6 with it. That's all you got to do is just bring it up. Now I'm still up here close to the scalp. Some people will fold it. Oops, oh, something fell. Sorry. Some people will fold it in half. I admire them because when I fold it in half, my foils slip. So I choose to fold it 3 times only. You don't need to fold, 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 fold. Just 3 times. 1 to attach. Don't pull it down. Pull it out and fold with your fingers like that. This has got to match up to this line. So it takes an eye to see it. And I call it kissing. It kisses to that line. Now, also some people say to just flatten that out. What happens when you press that down, the product is going to ooze up. That's the why I don't. But can you do it? Yeah, I see it many times. But if it oozes up, it's going to come out to this hair right here, and then you're going to put a stain on this hair that shouldn't be. And it's just going to be just a little line right there with that lightener. So these are the precautions that you take. So I'm just going to press it here. And I go to where my foil weave started. I don't go inside of it. See, there's my foil weave right there. Press it there. Bring it over. And they're kissing. And it's close. If you have it to where this is up a little higher, and I'll deliberately do one in just a minute, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't. You want to go down about 1/2 inch, and do not clip the foil. You'll move it. Place the hair over, the hair supports it, and you clip the hair. It keeps you organized. All right, so I'm going to deliberately, I'm going to show you the bouncing technique. You can also just take out a section like that, hold it tight enough. Now see, that's tight. And then on the bouncing, it's a cool technique. You just bounce it and move it at the same time. But do you see where it does a lot more hair? You learn to kind of control it, but it will highlight a little bit more hair. And that's not an uncommon practice. You'll see it in many salons where they do the bouncing. My preference is to carve it. Now I'm going to circle, lift, move, circle, lift, move, circle, lift, move. Okay, so I've only got like 3, maybe I'll get 1 more there. Okay, so now I've got 4, but you can see the gaps. You can see those lines underneath. So this time I'm not going to fold it correctly so you can see what I'm talking about. Just watch what you're doing, and you have to eyeball it. You have to see it. Okay, I'm going to place that there. Place it. Hold it. It's holding it tight enough. My mannequin wants to move a bit. Okay, dirty, clean. Place the, I'm going to pretend it's lightener. We know we're using conditioner. Okay, it's attached. I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding it underneath. This becomes its table underneath. Some places will actually use a board to put underneath it, but then what are you doing with the board? Keep putting the board down, keep putting the board down, board up, board. Use your hand. You can do the same thing with your hand. Okay, so then we're going to make a figure 6 because it's a little long. Okay, so I'm not going to match it. Okay, see that? Now I can also do this, where I take it up too high. And that seemed to be the problem in class more than anything else in the other, because you can see that. They were having a hard time matching it. And I'm going to show you what happens when you do that. You're going to have lightener right there. That lightener then, when you bring it down, when you take this hair up, that lightener is going to touch that hair, and you're going to have a line of lightener where you don't want it. Now, it's in the back. Nobody can see it, right, other than people behind that person. But you get that where you get those bad habits, you're going to do it in the front, and then you're going to have a serious problem. So I'm going to do it correctly again. Now see, I didn't latch on to the foil. I moved the hair up and just let it support the foil. Now I'm down about mid-occipital. This head is going to start curving down, and I'm going to have to start going like that. Okay, what's the smart thing to do here? Yeah, put the head down. Client's only going to be with you for a little while. You're going to be doing this all day. And you can see that my line is not clean, so I'm going to clean it up. Bring it up. Now it's nice and clean. All right, so I'm going to do it again. What am I going to do? How do I hold my comb? Straight across like this. Do I weave? Make my bend. See, I'm so used to not bending my wrist, but I'm not doing this. I'm going to place it just right at the line. I'm just a little bit lower than the line. That's the only thing too about when we bounce. When we bounce sometimes, you know, we're out here. Let me try and get it to where it's even, but still, we're bouncing. When you stay close to it, you can control and know exactly how much you're weaving out. And if you're good at bouncing it, some people are, I mean, I've seen stylists do amazing stuff with it, so it's not wrong, like I said. My preference is, this is just a personal preference of mine. You can do both. Practice the bouncing. If you want to do this section right here with just bouncing it, try it. See if it works better for you. The biggest thing is result. What did we get? All right? So I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to hold the comb, what? Horizontally to where I'm at, to that line. Where do I start? Right here. What do I do now? Insert, and then what? Lift, move, insert, lift, move, insert, lift, move, insert. I'm going to get one more. Now see, I am moving my comb a bit to get around that little corner, but my hand is still straight. My whole arm moved. Okay, so you see, gap, 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 gap. All right, one more time. Now what do I do with the foil? Do I just place it there and push it? No, I place it on my thumb. And then what do I do with the comb? I place it on the foil. Now we switch hands, don't we? What do I do with the foil now? Place it on the part, bring the hair down. Hold the comb so I know I'm holding this tight enough down. That comb falls out means I'm not holding it tight enough. You've got to hold it with tension. That means tight. Okay? Get some color. Clean, dirty. Place it where? Here? Do I place it up here? No. about a 1/4 inch away from the fold. Hold it like this if you have to, so that you can apply it. You can then move that up to hold that, because this is going to become, as you travel down, you're going to find that you're going to be doing this. You have to, because it curves in, so the likelihood of it sliding becomes more on that area, so be aware of that. These are the little steps that you take. Just place my hand underneath. See, I'm not doing anything, and I'm not moving the foil. It's just supporting the foil. Curling it a little bit to make sure I would have lightener all over. It's attached. Surprisingly enough, it does that with water too. As long as your foil is dry and the hair is dry, with that moisture it'll attach. So it's a real good practice for you to do at first if you've never done this. You'll find that you get better and better at it. When we go in with a conditioner or gel, you still don't quite get it. I've seen it so many times. So do it with water first. And if you can do it with water, you can do it with anything. Okay, so I'm going to stand here. You see my fingers? Fold it up. That didn't move. All right? Now I've got to make them kiss, so how I'm visually measuring it. There it is, right there. Now I've just attached it. That's all I did. Place my hand under it again. Place the comb. Turn it. Press. Place the comb where the other one was at. Press without pressing too hard. And they're kissing. And it's nice and close. So if you take it further out, see, I mean, that's even. I've done this a while. You're learning. Don't be too hard on yourselves. But learn to look at it. Focus. Take your time. If you're doing it with conditioner, the lightener isn't doing anything to the hair because it's conditioner. It's conditioning it, so that's not a bad thing. So you're going to take it now. What are you going to do now? Take a 1/2 inch or 3 inches. Depends on what the client wants, isn't it? Light, heavy, medium, what? All right, so we're just going to go like about 1/2 inch, straight line across. And we're going to take that all down to the center nape. All right? So what I had the students do, the center part they did with water. Now, if you find that, you know, they're not laying right, then do another one with water. But if you're finding that you're getting it to kiss and it's working good for you, especially when you get down to the nape, because it is hard to do, then go ahead and do one side with gel or conditioner. And then do the other side. Not the flat part of the head. I had students doing this whole, I said side, so they did the whole side. Well, this is way too big a section to do at one time, besides the fact that you've got this vertical curve right here that curves around. So, no, only this area, not the flat part of the head. Where do we know? How do we know where the flat part of the head is? We'll place the comb right there. You will see where the comb leaves the head. You can put your hand right there. Where does your hand leave the head? It starts curving around. See my fingers bend for it to curve around. So those are factors, okay? So this is just a little bit of an overview on how to do a foil weave. I'm going to do one more just to be absolutely sure that you've got it. You now say the steps, because I'm going to hesitate. I'm going to wait till I think I'm hearing you say the steps. All right? What do? I don't know what to do. I've never done this before. Please help me. Help me do this. Okay. Really? Do I need to look at that? What? Oh, this hair right here, right? Okay, so how do I hold this? Oh, like this? Or do I hold it like this? Do I hold it like that? No, I hold it like this. Don't. Anger management, you guys. Anger management. Okay, so comb goes, tail of the comb, you grab the hair. You do what? You grab it, or do you gather it? Which is it? Do we grab it or do we gather the hair? And then we're going to clip it because we don't want to disturb that. That is supporting it. Do you think? Okay. So now what? So do I take a section out and bounce it? What do you? Well, I'm not sure. I'm looking at it. Oh, wait, no, I think I do this, don't I? Yes, I hold it straight down so I can see my straight line. Do I start here? Should I just start here and dig into it? Look, I'm digging. Oh, is that wrong? That must be wrong. Okay, so let me see. Let me do it right. Let me do it right, you guys. Okay, so let me see. Yes, maybe a little bit here. Is that correct? Is that correct? Now what do I do? What do I do? Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay, push. Yes, yes. Okay, pull. Okay, see, push, pull. Oh, that's a good idea. Push, pull. Okay, I didn't think about that. Okay, now push, pull. Wow, push, pull. Look at that. Push, pull. My goodness, look at that, how that worked. Okay, so I'm holding this. Now what do I do? What do I do? Okay, do I take it back in my other hand? No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, no, wait, wait. Maybe I do this. Maybe I do this. Do I twist it? No. I just hold it. Okay. So should I fold the foil before? Because it needs to be folded to fit. Because, I mean, they say that you should fold the foil. Oh, how do I fold it? Oh, wait, wait, wait. Do I put it? Okay, like that's a good idea, isn't it, to have? That hand is a good helper. Okay, so is this correct? Am I doing that right? Tell me. Okay, so what do I do now? Do it like this? Oh, no, no, wait, wait. Turn it around, right? Turn it around like that. Okay, now what? What do I do? What do I do with the hair? I don't, oh, there, look at that. It's a natural movement. And I went ahead and took that out. Maybe I should have left that in there to see if I had it tight enough, right? But you already know what you're doing. You already know the steps. Clean, dirty. How far up? Right there. Hold it if I have to, and I will have to with this one because we're traveling down the bed. Let it attach. Now what? Should I squeeze this? Is that a good idea to squeeze it? Okay. Anybody know how to do number 6? Let's see, number 6. She told us to do a number 6. What the heck for? That looks more like a curly Q6, doesn't it? A whole bunch of 6s right there. I don't like that. I don't like that, a whole bunch of 6s. No. Okay, so we're going to take this now and do what? Do I turn it this way or the other way? Maybe I better turn it this way if I want to cover it up, right? What if I just want to fold it in half? What do you think will happen once I pull it up? But man, you know what? I think I'm just going to do 3 like I told you, like, you know, but if you want to fold it in half, you can try it and see. Okay, so now, okay, that looks about halfway up. Oh, there, look at that. It's kissing. Oh, that's a nice kiss. That's a real nice kiss. Okay, so now I'm going to put my hand under there again and capture that and fold it with my thumb. You see that? Okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to fold it with my fingers. How did Miss Foy do? Kicking it. Okay, I think you got it. So then you would start at this section, and then this section, and then you would do the sides, and then the top, decide what you want. The variables in the top are immense. You can either go side to side, you can go front to back, whatever. There's certain types of weaves. There's a T weave where you just do this area here and the top. That's it. There's also just a weave just on top above the parietal line. Where do you want it? So there's different types of weaving techniques. One more thing that I want to show you before we are done. Does it always have to be weaved? No. Another thing you can do, it's just called slicing. Straight across. That's it. Sliced. That's it. Get your foil. Place it. Now I'm just moving on. See it? Just straight across. That's called paneling or slicing, depending on what you're doing and what you want as a result. So there's tons of ways to do this, tons of ways to make it work. And a foil weave, one thing I will say, okay, see, this foil did okay, still looks good, close to the scalp. Along the perimeter line, when you do a foil weave, try and stay away from the hairline. Stay within, you know, about 1/8 of an inch away. Because as it grows out, do you want, the client doesn't want to see it growing out. They just want to see it, that they have their highlights. So this kind of camouflages the grow out or new growth. Okay, so I hope you understand and have gotten foil weaving. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is going to hurt. I'm telling you now, it's going to hurt. How much time do we have, cameraman?
5 minutes.
Well, 5 minutes. Okay, students, I'm going to have to do another I'm going to have to do another class just for the thermal curling. We were going to combine, but I have to do another one because all we have is 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you paneling. Paneling is outrageous. It can look gorgeous when you do it on certain types of hair. But paneling, you're going to go just slightly below the parietal line, not down to that lower ridge. Between the parietal line and the lower ridge. How do you find the lower ridge? Place the comb. The lower ridge starts right there. Parietal line is right there. You can see that's in the middle. And all you're going to do is I'm going to go down just a bit. And we don't want to hit, or we don't want to do it on I'm going to twist this because I'm going to be using it. Okay, so you're going to do the first panel right here. It's a slice. All right? And this is what's cool about this. You do start from the bottom and you go up. Now see how I'm holding the foil to keep it in place? Okay, I'm not going to fold it. Put another foil on top of it. Let it stick. Okay, I said I was going to use this, right? Okay. And that's going to be my last slice. And that's why this is called paneling. And I want to pull that foil up so that it gets up as close as it can. Bring it all down, and you put the next one on top of it. Right there. Then I'll bring that last piece down, pull those foils up as close as I can. And what will happen when the client styles her hair with this panel just along, slightly below the lower ridge, if she's got a choppy look, the rest of the hair is going to cover it and she's going to have little peaks right in between. Let's say she's got longer hair, a little bit shorter. This hair will rest on top of it, the other one will rest underneath it, and she'll have these peaks of lighter hair. And when the hair moves, of course, you'll be able to see it in between. Totally cool look. This works. It's easy to do. You can see it. It would be, you know, like when you get ready to cover it up, you don't have to because of the lightener stays moist inside the foils. Let's say you wanted to put her under the dryer to speed it up. You just kind of fold it like that, put a little clip, be very careful that it doesn't move. And you can sit her under the dryer to speed the process up a little bit. When you take these off, and you'll see, that spot right there is all that got colored. And that's what you do. You pull it off like that. And you can see it. Now watch as this hair comes down. You see what I'm saying? And you can see a little bit of it on the bottom, but definitely that, almost like a balayage, but yet it bleeds up into that. Really cool look, one that you can try on your mannequin if you want, and just kind of see what it does. But know exactly where you're at, because if you take it too low, it's not going to look the same. If you take it too high, it's going to split too much. So you want to stay slightly below the parietal line to do this. Great look though. It looks real good when it's done. Okay, students, we're going to do another video as soon as we post this on thermal curling. You really need to watch it and get ready for your arm to hurt. All right? See you in a little bit.